The internet's worst food hacks.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit down because today we're going to be talking about food.
Chat, stop saying glory to Israel at the start of the fucking... Throw it in sub only. The internet's worst food hacks.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit down because today we're going to be talking about food hacks. When it comes to getting a little more bang for your buck at a restaurant, you'll hear a whole lot of relatively innocent methods like ordering from kids menus, adding homemade guac to your Chipotle.
I feel like the most common quote-unquote food hack you hear at a fast food restaurant is that you should order your soda with no ice or light ice because places like Chick-fil-A tend to fill the entire cup with ice. So if you get a large soda, you actually get like 10 ounces instead of whatever the large actually is. All right, we're going to do this. Yay, YouTube audience. YouTube audience. I'm letting you know. Actually, editor, keep this in. We're just going to turn chat off for a brief moment here because they're all spamming glory to Israel. So we're just going to have chat off for a brief moment here, but they'll be back at some point. I just just so you know.
Right, all pretty harmless shit. These methods are fine if you're trying to keep it safe and legal, but most people aren't aware that they're leaving tons of money on the table. I'm talking about unethical food hacks. If you're willing to sacrifice your humanity for a free meal, there's truly no limit to the ways you can fleece a restaurant.
I mean, the biggest ultimate food hack is just stealing, no? Like if you go to a fucking fast food restaurant, you order food, just don't pay for it. Oh. Chat, actually stop. I'm serious. Like I like having chat in the videos and I like being able to talk to chat, but like when I talk to chat and I look over and you're all just spamming, that's really annoying. Oh no, the other ultimate food hack. You go to a Chipotle and you ask for, you know you're going to get double meat. You ask for, like, one thing, you'll just go, I'll have chicken, and then you go, actually, I'll have double. Because if you get a scoop of chicken, or if you ask for a double, they'll give you a scoop and a half. But if you ask for just chicken, then double, they'll give you another. I don't really be doing that, though. I'm not, like, because they know you're going to do it, too. People act like they're slick with it. They're, like, filming the Chipotle worker. Y'all have chicken. Make it double. Whole another scoop. Like you didn't fleece him like that.
On how to...
No. I don't agree with this. You might be saying that you're shoving it to the man, but you know, treat your waitresses kindly. People who are working there, you know, fucking don't put their jobs at risk, right? Disclaimer. This is a joke video. We're just showing you this is just what people do. There's a lot of
I thought this was gonna be a video about food hacks where it's like struggle meals. Like I like the direction this video is going. I originally thought it was going to be like, yeah, you take the two butts of a loaf of bread and cut a hot dog in half and you have a sandwich now. I have no food in my house. I'm eating a mayo sandwich. Some shit like that. Where it's like, oh no, I only have the butt of a bagel and then like I have a butt of a loaf of bread and then a bagel, so you're like making a sandwich with like random items. All right, we got that.
All right, so now people can't get mad at us for being like, okay, well, you're a piece of shit.
Well, if people want the...
Oh, what, because he's teaching people how to like steal from restaurants or something?
One of the easiest ways you can get free food is by simply pestering the workers until they break down and give in. In recent years, these multi-billion-dollar food chains have been slowly shrinking portion sizes and upping prices. As recently as last year, Chipotle CEO Scott Boatwright was under...
Bro, I gotta say, what percentage of a food or drink item are you allowed to have before sending it back is fucked up? Most premium wireless data companies are getting more expensive. They're a pain to talk to, and it's terrible to change out of them. But that is where Mint Mobile, the sponsor of today's video, steps in and gets rid of all of those problems. Not only is Mint Mobile easy to switch to as they're 100% online and you have no in-store requirement needed to switch, and it only takes a few minutes to activate your eSIM, but also... they have a great summer promo going on because right now with Mint Mobile's summer promo, you could switch and get 3, 6, or 12 months of premium wireless on any plan, even unlimited, for only $15 a month. They offer 5G to 98% of Americans and 4G LTE to 99% of Americans, so don't worry that your specific location won't be covered. Their plans range from 6, 17, 23 gigabytes a month or unlimited, and with the summer promo, you could get unlimited for $15 a month. You can also keep your current phone and phone number when you switch. You don't have to get a new phone and swap your phone number. It's a pain, and that's another reason people don't want to do it, but with Mint, that's not a problem. Stop overpaying for wireless because that's how it's always been. Switch to Mint and get 3, 6, or 12 months of premium wireless for $15 a month. That is any plan, including unlimited. Link in the description. Thank you to Mint Mobile for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it. Like, say you're drinking a margarita and you go, this tastes like shit. Something's wrong with it. I think if you drink more than 30% of it, that's your margarita. You should pay for it. Like a sip. Like, I've seen people at bars, they'll get a bug in their drink and they'll send it back, which is, you know, individual choice. I'm not going to judge. Personally, if there's a fly in my drink, I'm not really caring. I'm drinking it either way. There's far worse stuff going on in the backs of kitchens that people don't realize. I think they're in their brain going, ew, dirty, a bug in my drink. There is a sweaty man on drugs literally cooking your fucking burger in the back of a hot, unclean kitchen, okay? And you're sitting here worried because you have a gnat in your beer. Anyways, drink the fly? I'd probably toss it out. But, you know, if I'm a little drunk, I might drink the fly. Yeah, sure, why not? It's protein. Any Hoosers, if you have more than like 30 to 40% of the meal item, say you're eating a burger, and you get 3 bites into the burger, that's your burg now. No? You can't send that back. You can. If you get a burger and you eat more than 2 bites of that shit, you can't send it back. That should be a rule. Because you're trying to con the system. There are people that do that, where they will drink 30 to 80, they'll drink 60% of a glass of wine and be like, this is disgusting, and send it back. No, it's, all right, hold up, real quick. Could I shove my fingers down your throat so you vomit that back up? Because what the fuck? If you're eating most of the menu item, I think 50%'s fair, right? If we're really drawing a hard line, if you drink more than half of a drink or eat more than half of the meal, that's your meal. I think you could get into the stipulations of, you know, if you have a specific food item, like a burger, if you eat 30% of the burger, it's not taking you 5 bites to realize that it sucks, right?
Fire for his comments during earnings call, where he explained that 60% of their core customers earn over $100,000 a year, meaning they could confidently continue to raise prices year over year. Not a great thing to say, you know what I mean? But not everybody can be Costco, man. Not everybody can have the true grit of Costco being like, I don't fucking care.
Hot dogs $1.50.
Hot dogs $1.50, and I'll fucking roll over my grave. I have a feeling that when he dies, they're gonna change something. He's gonna haunt all of them. Yeah, he's gonna possess the new owners of stores, or he's gonna haunt the new owner of the company.
Did you see it?
He's gonna fucking.
I think he's gonna haunt the hot dogs.
You think you see this?
What if I took one wheelie big bite and take over 3/4 of the burger down, then discover it's bad? Number one, I hate you for typing really with W's. Number two, if you eat 3/4 of the burger in one bite, and then it's bad, okay, sure, yeah, send it back. But, I mean, if I'm seeing you munch down a burger and you go, yeah, that's disgusting, I'm going to need a new one. What? Or the funniest shit, is when, because this is the thing. You know somebody, you know they're trying to con it if they ask to keep the menu item. Like, you've probably done it, where you send something back and then you'll go, oh no, you could just leave it. This, like, if the menu item's wrong, not if it's bad. Like, if they bring you an appetizer you didn't order, they go, oh, I'm sorry. Well, most of the time they'll actually leave that. Like, if you order an appetizer and they just give you the wrong item, they'll let you eat it and they won't charge you. But usually if it's like, say you ordered a quesadilla. This literally happened to me the other day. I ordered a quesadilla when I was in St. Martin with Chris. They get it wrong. Like, dead wrong. But it's what Chris wanted. but he didn't order. Like, I ordered something. I didn't like what they ordered. He wanted it. So I was like, he'll eat it, but don't. I was like, charge me for it. I was like, I'm not going to try and con you. Like, the lady, like, looked at me and she was like, oh, we'll take it back. And I was like, no, just leave it. Because they're throwing it out otherwise. And I hate that. Like, I'd rather pay for the item, have us eat half of it, than them to send it back, me to get something, and them just toss it in the trash. Because then it's just like, and I know I waste food during my videos, where it's like I'm doing a taste test and I'm throwing out a lot of the fucking shit. Keep in mind, I'm eating fucking century eggs. I'm eating gross food or stuff that's going to expire. Like, most of the time, if I'm in a restaurant, I'm like, I'm not trying to just be like, oh yeah, no, send it back. Throw all that shit out. The Pop-Tarts, totally different. Fuck Pop-Tarts. Those are, that Pop-Tart video I did ruined Pop-Tarts for the rest of my life. I felt like shit eating those.
Baggins doing a ghost encounters, though, of Costco would be pretty sweet, though, huh? I heard something on my EMF reader. The hot dog's like, what the f? Dude, come say that in my fucking face, man. Cover me! Customers at Chipotle had already recognized the trend in lower portion sizes back in 2014. For a time, they even began filming the workers behind the counter so they could pressure them and
Yo, you talk to a millennial, they'd be talking about Chipotle prices in like the late 2010s like it was the fucking roaring 20s.
increasing the portion.
Dude, you used to be able to get a Chipotle burrito for like $12. Literally, it was like $10 for a full, like a fat one.
Sizes. Which, to be fair, if you flip the bill, or if
Dude, back in my college in 2012, we used to be able to get okay, bro.
if you're sitting there and you're like, this is not near what I used to get. I'm doing it wrong. I'm not saying fucking whip out your phone and pester a 16-year-old to be like, more! But if it works.
If that's what I'm saying, man. These hacks. I'd say, let me get behind the counter and show you how it's done. And I grab her by the hips and ladle.
Just know I said 16-year-old girl.
Oh, no, sorry.
Let's talk, oh Jesus. Let's talk about the Subway downfall. Well, Subway just opened there's videos about that, about how the majority of them close because they opened far too many Subways. Subway has always been a regular, very par hoagie spot. Like, I've never glazed Subway.
I said 16, just literally for this.
46-year-old.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. 30 more years, Hunter. The workers themselves hate having phones constantly in their faces, saying it only adds more unnecessary stress to the job. However, that means nothing to a person when a deal is on the table. Despite the visible discomfort of employees, people would continue filming workers and uploading videos to social.
God, that's so fucking weird. That is so fucking weird. You pull up, you're filming a minimum wage employee being like, bro, because then they're put in a bind because, dude, they want to give you good shit. Like, I feel like that's where, I get it. Because you film the employee has to give you a better scoop or the business looks bad and they won't get in trouble. But, dude, you really think the guy behind the counter's like openly stingy for the multi-billion-dollar Chipotle business? Like, he wants to give you as many scoops as you would ask for, but he'd get fired if he gives you too many because they like weigh that shit out and they go, we sold this many, we're missing 4 pounds of chicken.
Social media to document the results. Stuff like this.
Damn. Take some more.
You know what they really need to do? Oh, God, no, see, because then they wouldn't have people do this. You need a robot to measure this shit out, bro, so people can't complain. And I eat Chipotle all the time. You need, like, a fucking scale that just weighs the amount of chicken. Instead of, like, you having a 19-year-old eyeball a chicken scoop.
Does that seem fun? If I'm behind somebody, even as a customer, I'd be like,
nah, and I'm gonna be rude. If I'm a Chipotle employee and I give them the scoop that I've been trained to give them, and he's holding his fucking phone in my face going, nah, damn, can I get extra? No. Then I'm fighting for Chipotle because you just pissed me the fuck off. then I'm going, no. Yeah, just ask, like the way he's, because if you're that guy, I'm going, bro, just ask. Like, I'll give you a little more. They have security cameras. Like, it's not like you're getting fired then? Bro, for one little fucking scoop, you think I don't know. I don't know how stingy the CEOs or the managers of Chipotle's are. Probably pretty heavily. Seeing that they'll like literally like scoop off rice. You see that shit? Oh my God.
No, see, I feel like I'd have to be like, what a dick, right? I have to side with the person. Because then I'm like, okay, well now I'm getting the aftermath of that fucking tornado. They're pissed off. What a jerk. What a grade A bully that guy was, right? Also, I hate
what a grade A bully that guy was. Could I have a Sofritas bowl? Make it extra. What a dickhead that guy was. I'll just have a chicken burrito. Pull out your fucking phone and do the same exact thing.
People took things to the extremes and began bringing in entire film crews.
Is that a green screen?
Professional
Oh my God.
cameras, boom mics, and lighting, which is kind of fun. Another common method is to simply complain about your
That's funny though.
food. And for some places, the age-old rule of the customer's always right can lead to restaurants bending over backwards for even the most obnoxious guests. This is likely because the restaurants want to avoid getting negative reviews from petty customers, which can lead to lower revenue as a whole, and many older people admit to taking advantage of this by
Best restaurants have 3-star reviews. That's a fact. If you want to go to a restaurant, best restaurants have 3 stars, and you just ignore the people that complain, because the people that complain, dude, you gotta keep in mind, you are far more likely to leave a bad review than a good one. So if you look at a restaurant and they have 3 stars, that doesn't mean that that restaurant's actually 3 stars. That means there was an annoying amount of people that were just pissed off and left a shitty review. Like, you're so much more likely to leave a bad one than a good one. And I don't like how some businesses, and I know you need to farm that, but like, I just feel like the rating system's so skewed on Yelp or anything, because businesses, you'll have places that get bad reviews from people that are just stuck up Karens. And then you'll have places that get good reviews, not because the place is super good, but because the business is like, oh, you get a percentage off or a free drink, review us on Yelp and you get a free dessert. What the fuck? Like, so now it's just you're getting a 5-star, but not because your business is actually a 5-star restaurant. It's because you're offering people incentives to do that shit. It's the same thing with like apps. Like if you review an app on the App Store, they might give you like free gems in a game or some shit.
I've seen people do that before, but I also don't like this thing. I hate the idea that you're like, I ordered something, it's wrong, and I should just deal with it. You know what I mean? I've gotten shame before. Just fine, just deal with it. Like a completely different item. Like, don't get me wrong. If you're like,
No, completely different item, send it back. But I have judged some of my friends for sending back items that I think was a little extreme. Like, say you order a burger, and here's 2 examples. You order a burger. You go, I just want meat and cheese. They give you meat, cheese, and lettuce. Just take the lettuce off. Take the tomato off. Now they give you meat, cheese, lettuce, mayo, and an aioli, and it's doused in that shit. I'm going, this is wrong. Like, there's certain order fuck-ups that are just deal with it. And there's certain order fuck-ups that are, yeah, send it back. They messed it up.
don't want any lettuce on it. And it comes to lettuce, just take the fucking lettuce. It's not the end of the world.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it really varies.
I'm saying that, like, hey, can I have a sirloin? And I get fish and chips. And they're like,
yeah, no, say something.
there you go. I mean, and I'm like, they're like, just, it's fine. It's good. I'm like, that's not what I ordered. Like, is this not, like, come on.
When I was working at Papa Murphy's,
I think it's certain ones like, here's an example that's a real coin toss. You order shrimp at a restaurant. They can come in hot and cold. You order hot, they come cold. You send them back. That's a toss of the coin. Am I feeling the cold shrimp? That's an example where it's like, I don't know. I don't know what you do there, right? Like you got the right item, but prepared in the wrong way. Oh my God, the worst fucker I've ever seen was at an Outback Steakhouse. I know this video is going to be 2 hours long, by the way, YouTube. Sorry. I went to an Outback Steakhouse, and I was eating, and it was this couple on a date. And this guy kept ordering a T-bone or some sort of fat-ass steak. He'd cut into it, send it back, say it wasn't cooked right. They'd bring him another one. So he sent one back. Cut it in. It's not right. Send it back. Now they've thrown out 2 steaks. Maybe the chefs are eating them in the back, but at least 2 that they're not going to make money on and maybe in the trash or not. They send it back again. He comes with a 3rd steak. He goes, it's not cooked right. They go. Manager comes out. Sir. We put a thermometer in the steaks to cook them to a specific temperature. I understand ideally on the color vision that they don't look the way that you want them to. But I assure you, it is cooked to the temperature of medium rare or whatever he ordered. And the woman that's sitting across from him, I'm going, she's getting the ick. If they're together, woof. If they're, I don't know if it was a date or what, but in my head, I'm like, yo, this guy's a fucking douchebag. Like, how bad of a steak would you have to have? That's an example. How badly cooked of a steak off do you send it back? If you order medium rare and they give you medium, I'm not sending it back. If I order medium rare and they give me raw or like medium well, I'm going, this shit's overcooked, right? But it has to be well out of the range. Like if I ordered a medium steak, they give me medium rare, medium, or medium wellish, I'm keeping it. I'm not going to go, oh no, I'm not going to eat this. Like it's not necessarily the best steak and you're also at a fucking Outback Steakhouse, dick. You're at a chain restaurant. This isn't some fucking Jeff Ruby's 5-star fucking dinner spot, Gordon Ramsay's house. You're getting a fucking steak at an Australian dupe restaurant in New Jersey. You're in New Jersey. Welcome to Outback Steakhouse. How can I help you? What the fuck? And you're sitting here going, oh, my steak's not right. Oh, my God.
This haunts me. One time I wondered if I accidentally served a pizza that fell on the floor to someone.
The funniest story Nick has ever told is when he said he was on acid working at this pizza place and he was sweating all over the pizzas. Because he was like panicking and he was profusely sweating on them and then just throwing them in the oven and having to cook them anyway.
I wondered if I accidentally served a pizza that fell on the floor to someone. I don't know.
How did you mix that? You would tell. You would be able to know, even if it's a frozen pizza, Nick. Or actually, it's a you would be like, okay, well, it's all smeared. The ingredients don't look right. It's all unorganized. Is that the one that? Also, what establishment are you running where you're taking the pizza off the floor and putting it back on a prep area for it?
Yo, why are you putting a floor pizza next to a regular one so there's even a chance of getting them mixed up?
Not just go from the floor into the trash.
Oh, so what happened was I was holding it in one hand and I pulled out the wrapping paper and it like fell. And I don't know
on the floor.
I don't know if it fell on the floor or on the table. I don't remember.
So you're changing your story already. Was there weight and all of a sudden the pizza got lighter? Probably on the floor. The eat and return stunt is the one that restaurant workers have to put up with the most. One woman filmed herself entering a Papa John's she'd ordered from earlier that day to return 2 pizzas. The manager was visibly annoyed.
That's 3 different pizzas that she like put, dude, pizzas, you can eat 1 slice and return it. If you eat more than 1 slice, you liked it enough to go back for seconds. You cannot return it.
Saying as there was only a couple slices remaining in each box.
And then you ate all of those.
No, they didn't like it because it's very dry.
This bulletproof argument from the customer was shockingly not accepted by the tyrannical man behind the counter. Which, to be fair,
and then she posts that shit on TikTok thinking everybody's going to agree with her. On fucking Facebook. Is this guy not a dickhead?
What's the, if you had a pizza, is it 1 bite? Is it 1 slice, 2 slices? Couldn't
1 slice. I would let you eat a whole slice and say it was bad. I would say maybe like if it was that bad, you got to return it. Why are you eating the whole slice? But 1 slice of pizza, you could return it.
I think you get 1 slice. You gotta go through because it fooled me once, shame on you. And if I eat 2 more, shame on me. One waitress rants about a couple that swindled them multiple times in one night. The woman sent back a plate of fully eaten fries and half-eaten burgers, got it comped, and replaced it with shrimp pasta her partner ordered. Then they both said their
no, something similar. I mean, you could go, maybe I don't like that. Yo, that's what I gotta say. If you go, I don't like this item, hey, you ordered it. You chose this at this restaurant. If you go, this burger's fucked, send it back, they make you another one, fine. But you go, oh, actually, I'm going to get something entirely different. Maybe you going like burger to steak, whatever. No, burger, I'm going to get the shrimp scampi now. What are we at, a fucking buffet?
This continued until the couple had been comped for nearly 7 separate meals. I have never been a waiter before, but I'm curious if anybody in the comments, a waiter or waitress, can you just be like, we can't serve you anymore?
I would say,
or do you have to? Legally?
No, you do.
There's probably a rule based on the restaurant. At some point, I assume the waitress or waiter has to go to the manager. Like, if you comp 1 or 2 items, that's fine. After the 4th plate you send back, I assume you're going, I need to go talk to my manager. Like you've just basically gotten $100 of free food. What does comp mean? Like it's free. Like if you ordered shrimp scampi, it's $25. You eat half of it and say it's ass. I go, it's comped. You don't pay for it. You still got to eat it.
I think after the
Really?
second one, yeah, you don't have to. What I do is be like, obviously we're not, our food's not up to your standard. Free meal.
Yeah, you comp, have a nice day. Well, it seems counterintuitive to be like, well, they're going to keep doing this, right? To me,
I also think you have to buy something. Is that a fair thing to say? If you're at a restaurant, I feel like I might be having some shit takes right now, but I don't really care. If you're at a restaurant, you eat half a burger, all the fries, and send it back. Number one, I think you shouldn't be able to send it back. You've eaten too much of the meal. You're over the 50% rule for a burger. And you ate all the fries. You send it back, you can't go, I want it comped, and we're done. Then you're a scammer. You have to go, I want it comped, I'll buy. You have to pay for something. You can't, get 2 meals, comp them, and leave. You went in knowing you were going to do that. You at least have to get, 3 drinks. Or some sort of item that you're spending money on. Because then the waiter's also fucking waiting on you for literally nothing.
who was like a power hungry manager. Why aren't you doing this right? And he's the one who's like, one man in China put cockroaches in his mouth and blackmailed a restaurant, demanding a large sum of money and a carton of cigarettes, or else he would post a video claiming the bugs were found inside the food. The carton of cigarettes is really the add-on there. And 1 carton of cigarettes. Also, not that crazy. Don't get me wrong, it's stupid, but I'm like, I feel like you could have asked for anything, right? Having to pay every time you go out to eat can slowly add up over time. That's why people have started coming up with dating schemes to get others to pay for their meals instead. I have fully believed that women do this. I fully believe that.
Going out to eat for the sake of a free meal and then dipping, I feel like the effort's far exceeding the reward of the dinner. Like making yourself go out on dates with literal dud guys to get an $80 meal for free.
Like any woman could have free meals for the rest of her life, especially with the dating apps. If she be in Monday, Tuesday, I have every day of the week, it's lined up. I'm just going out to dinner. I just legitimately believe there's people out there that do that.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like I'm not even mad about it. I feel like that would be a very unenjoyable life. To be forcing yourself to go on dates with new people every day to get a free meal.
And if I was a woman, I might consider it.
You're the cheapest person I know. 100%. A female, actually, maybe a female version of you would be, because your male version, I'll tell you what, the girls out there, you guys gotta calm down these comments. I'm telling you, holy shit. I'll tell you what, people are rubbing themselves raw. It's unbelievable. I was gonna say, if you were a girl though, I could definitely see you being like, okay, and you never put out.
Oh, no. Never.
Actually, you would. It's a dinner and a show. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I got to now. They paid for my meal.
Look like Charlie Chaplin with those potatoes. 45-year-old Paul Guadalupe Gonzalez was reported to the police by numerous women for ditching them on dates to get free meals. According to his dates, Paul would meet at a restaurant, order large meals with expensive items like
oh my God, and just leave, be like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and just walk out.
steak and shrimp, suck them down, and then say he had to use the restroom or had forgotten something in his car before disappearing. Which I will say, the reason you always picture a guy like, oh, wait, 1 second, and he's like running out the restaurant is always pathetic. The reason you girls don't is that you're like, you just know you're getting the meal. So then you can be like, oh, I had a fun night tonight. I hope we could do this again sometime.
Yeah, if you're the girl, you don't need a dine and dash generally, because if you're going on the date, the guy's probably gonna pay. At least you're gonna set it up to a date where a guy would be the one paying, and then you could just say I had a good night and you just leave. The best thing that I said, I think it's very chivalrous for a guy to pay still. But the best thing I heard a chatter say was whoever asks, this was from a lesbian chatter. This was from a lesbian chatter of mine, because I was like, well, if for lesbians, who pays? And they said, and this makes perfect sense, whoever asks the other out on the date pays. Yeah. Whoever goes, do you want to go on a date? You're inviting them to... It'd be very weird for you to invite them and ask to split or not pay. Like, if you ask somebody out on a date, you should be the one paying. And I think that's why it's very normal for a guy to pay, because guys 90% of the time are asking the woman out on a date. Like, if a girl asks you out on a date and then I think it's still very nice. I think in a situation where a girl asks you out on a date, it's still awesome for you to pay, right? You're making a great impression. But I think it's probably more expected that it's like splitting in that sense.
This practice is extremely common and dubbed the foodie call. Some even claim they've lived off food scored from the strat for several weeks at a time. To justify their actions, people will say they go on these foodie calls as a means of survival because of the ever-struggling economy. If you can't find someone to take you on a date, don't fret. There are other ways to score free food from strangers. Another far less common technique is going into restaurants with the express purpose of finding—
I feel like it's far more effort to go on 30 first dates to feed yourself than find one guy that you're like moderately okay with to kind of be in like a situationship with for a month. Like, if you're going one route or the other, I feel like, dude, I mean, you're having 30 intros. What the hell? It's like starting a movie and then turning it off 20 minutes in 30 times.
someone to flirt with so they can pay for your meal. That's got to be a role, though. It's like somebody did that to you and all of a sudden you're like, it's never happening. You're just getting them chubbed up, but man, he's going to walk out and be like, thank you. What was your name again? I'd love to watch Stalker with you. She's like, what?
I watched, never mind.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say on this one date. What's that Spotless Mind movie? Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind? That was our first date movie, and it was really depressing, so I was just like, I'm just going to make out with her. And then...
Yo, oh my God. Yeah, this movie's really a drag. Let's not do this.
That's movie's also like, hey, we were together for a long time, we're broken up now. This is our first date movie. You can watch sad movies aren't terrible to watch on the first one, but if they're about...
Oh, I don't know, bro. How sad of a film. I feel like that, I mean, that's like one where, hey, that's really like an opening moment, bro. I feel like I'll cry during a sad film. I'm so serious. If we play this sad game later and it's upsetting, I'll cry. Like, I don't know if the first date movie is a movie that you're like, you want to tear up. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Literally not even a sad movie. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I will bawl crying watching that film. When they kill Rocket's friends. No!
Anytime you go out to a bar or restaurant, nothing is stopping you from faking a proposal to draw in attention of other guests and staff. Couples mention tugging on the heartstrings of the establishments, and that has earned them plenty of free drinks and meals. That's actually such a good idea. I've never thought of that.
You and Allison should try it.
They wouldn't believe it.
You got to do it at nice restaurants, though. Oh my God, bro. You see, you're at Applebee's. Yeah, I don't know, dude. These half-price apps. All right, I'm going to break out a proposal real quick. Act really upset. Or, well, not upset. Act really happy. And but like cry. Like a good cry.
This trick can also work if you're single, as some people have had success proposing to their friends while out at a restaurant. For a while, these grifters had a good thing going. That was until people started openly admitting faking their proposals and posting them online. Now it's viewed as semi-controversial tactic. Well, yeah, with people worried restaurants won't be as generous when people are actually proposing. Which also, dude...
Or the restaurant wants to post you your proposal, because the restaurant would want to do that. Like the manager of the restaurant would want to go, happy couple just got engaged at our restaurant. Oh my God. This is the place they chose. And then you see them later and it's like, especially if it's like you can't do it at a restaurant you regularly go to. You would have to do it in like a state you're never returning.
Well, when I asked you to propose, I want a free meal. It's like, just fucking pay the bill. And plus, you know what's actually, I was thinking about it, that's actually sucks. You know what's better? Propose. She says no. Storms out. I mean, man, if you just want to pay half the bill. Because it's only you there. Or they could be like, dude, it's on us. I'm sorry. But you need to get good at crying, though. Really? Can you imagine looking up at a waiter and being like, really?
You think you could fake the emotions of getting engaged? I don't know if I could rip that. I'm not good at faking emotions outside of anger. Like, that's the only real emotion I think I could fake.
Food digging is a new phenomenon in which restaurants set up fake dating profiles to lure single customers to eat at their restaurants.
What?
At their restaurants. After someone matches with the profile, the fake person will instantly set up a date at the restaurant behind the account. Once the customer arrives and realizes their date isn't there, they assume they've been stood up, but by then, the fake profile has already unmatched them, cutting off any further contact.
Yeah, but I would just leave the restaurant. You think then the owner's coming up and being like, oh no, stay. Like, I would just leave. Like, if I made a reservation for a restaurant and they weren't there, I'd maybe have like a drink. And then I'd be like, all right, I'm dipping. And that's so fucked, too, because you didn't actually get stood up. You just were convinced that you got stood up.
Online, people are starting to post their stories of falling victim to food diggers, hindering the effectiveness of the scheme. I've never heard of that. To be fair, I'm totally out of the dating world. I don't know. I feel so lost. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, thank God. Actually, all the time I say, thank God. Don't get tied down, but just know there's some choppy waters ahead. Because everyone's got baggage. Especially by the time you're 30, fuck. Man, especially like those kids who got dirty dicking when they were younger, all of a sudden now it's like, this is my 8-year-old son.
So you date them when they're 7. They have 17-year-old sons.
Whoa.
No, I said when they have 17.
You said that's why you date.
That was a bad stutter.
When they have 17-year-old sons, because that way they're just like, oh, he's 18. He's an adult.
You want that?
Yeah,
That kid's gonna kick your ass. Yeah. Kid's gonna beat your ass. Who's this, Mom? It's Nick. Get off him. Picking you up. Carol! If you can make yourself
Oh my God, dating a woman with a son that's like fully grown. If you're like 40 and you also have kids, that's not that weird. But if you're like 25 and you're dating like a 37-year-old woman with a kid that's your age, not your age, but like in high school, I feel like that'd be like, okay, you're going to be their stepfather. That's just fucking odd.
look as pathetic as possible, you just might get a free meal without having to directly steal from the restaurant.
25 years old? No, I'm saying like, say you're 25, you're dating like a 37-year-old woman that had kids when she was 20. Like now that kid is in high school. He's a senior. And it's like, yeah, you're older than him, but like he could still reasonably fight you. Like I feel like that's an odd dynamic. Like you're 25 years old dating a mom that's like not even 40, but her kid's almost as old as you.
A man named Steven Bonzer pulled off, a man named Nick Weber. A man named Steven Bonzer pulled off an impressive stunt in 2019 when he went to Outback Steakhouse on Valentine's Day all by himself with the intention of appearing as if he got stood up by his date. Dressed in his suit jacket, Steven sat down at a table for two during a packed night, telling the workers that his date was just running late. He even
Oh my God, and then getting a free thing because they feel bad? Maybe. That would actually be really nice of a restaurant to do.
put together a fake gift he intended to give his imaginary date so waiters would think it was a more special occasion. After he sat alone for some time, he strategically left a pretend voicemail as a waiter passed saying,
I'm here. Let me know when you're on your way.
Over time, Steven quietly ate loaves of complimentary bread by himself. It was getting late. 15 minutes before closing, Steven started amping things up by drinking his wine in fast gulps as if he was depressed when workers would pass by. When he ordered his steak, he claimed the waiter was on eggshells because he felt bad for him. He made enough of a scene that a neighboring table started to stare. Determined to get a free meal, he loudly left another voicemail. This time, he pathetically explains that the kitchen's about to close and that he's worried something must have happened to her.
I'm taking it that you're probably not going to make it, so I guess I'll...
Oh my God, why would you even leave a voicemail? If you showed up to a date and you get no reply, how long after the date, like say you're supposed to be there at 6, reservations at 6. If it's like 6:30, I might hit him a text. Hey, are you coming? Or no reply, 10 minutes later, fucking leave, dude. What? 90 minutes? Bro, Mitho just said 90 minutes. You have a date at 6 p.m. You're waiting until 7:30. Brother. I mean, horrible first impression too. Even it's a fake date. I know. I'm just saying in reality, I would never wait this long. Like he's leaving voicemails.
Later.
His steak arrived, but he only stared at it patiently as if he was waiting for his date to arrive. Then he started pretending to cry. At this point, the restaurant had been closed for 25 minutes. A passing couple eventually felt bad enough that they paid for his meal, letting him take a near untouched spread home with him. As he was leaving, a waiter who was cleaning tables put his hand on Steven's shoulder and told him,
Take care of yourself. Don't let them get you down.
and as a side note, he did tip the waiter $20 and also made a $50 donation to the American Civil Liberties Union, which I'm guessing they probably felt kind of bad. But I will say,
Oh yeah, dude, you had a random couple pay for your dinner. But to be fair, that couple, they think they're great. The other side, that couple you scammed money out of, but that couple also went home going, we did a good thing. That night, they felt good about themselves. They went, we paid for that man's dinner. That was sad.
that's not worth it. Also, too, I think it's a thing when you're trying to like get one over on these establishments, I feel like you got to play ball with the waiters at least. These aren't the only ways you can debase yourself for free.
Tattooing yourself for food. Nope.
Grub. In fact, many restaurants have free food promotions that are easily worth it to select group of frugal people. A common promotion restaurants have
Oh, Domino's? I'd rather get, like, the golden arches tattooed on me than a pizza place, dude. Holy fuck.
Used in the past is the one that offers free food for a year or more of those who tattoo their logo on their body. Many people have no qualms doing this, especially if it's just an inch or two of ink that they can hide somewhere.
McDonald.
A big enough deal can lead people to truly desecrate
Oh, God, the fucking receipt.
their body, like a man who was after a lifetime of free Subway sandwiches. In 2022, oh God, 2022 Subway? If it was like the 90s when I was like, because I feel like I used to really like Subway, and I don't know. Have you felt that the quality is gone?
I don't know. I still like it.
Well, I mean, I think you'd eat anything.
I was gonna say I eat slop.
You do. I mean, it's
You
unbelievable.
put a slop bowl in front of me.
You would deep fry a baby's diaper. As long as you had fucking some hot sauce, you'd be like, I don't know, it's okay. I've never heard you say it was bad. I've never once heard you say food was bad. He had like a little bit like some fuzzy mold and something. He's like, no, it's fine.
And then yeah, tummy hurts.
Yeah, that's our favorite thing is we'll be like, I don't think you should eat it. He's like, no, it's fine. And then he'll be like, ah, you audibly gasp a lot. Oh. In 2022, Subway held a promotion for their brand new Subway series menu overhaul. Basically, the bigger the tattoo of their logo, the more free sandwiches a person could receive. James Kunz from Colorado decided that,
But that was like a definitive rule. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like getting a fucking back tat of Subway, you get lifetime supply. That's not that bad, bro. You're probably spending, you know, that tattoo might be like a couple $1,000s, like filled out. Or not a couple thousand, like 1,000. It's a tough tat. Yeah, but then every time you got to explain, but that is a badass story. Yeah, I got this. Now I have free Subway sandwiches for the rest of my life.
for a $50,000 gift card, he would gladly plaster a fully colored 12 by 12 inch logo across his back.
Wait, for how much?
James Kunz from Colorado decided that for a $50,000 gift card, he would gladly plaster a fully colored 12 by 12 inch logo across his back. Other embarrassing promotions including the 7-Eleven Bring Your Own Cup Day, where people are allowed to fill up any container they can bring with the Slurpee for just a few dollars. As you can imagine, people go out of their way to be as obnoxious as possible about it, which to me, it's fair game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's fair game. It's whatever the machine, it's yours. You know, I've seen some crazy shit online. And over in Taiwan, a 2-day long promotion at a sushi chain called Sushiro claimed that anyone who officially changed their name to contain the characters for salmon would be rewarded with an all-you-can-eat sushi meal with as many as 6 friends. What followed was labeled by news stations as salmon chaos. This is because
Everybody was named Salmon.
over 300 people rushed the government offices to follow through with the promotion, seeing as
To
it
change their name legally to Salmon to just get all-you-can-eat sushi. That's fucked. Because that's like, now you have to go get a new ID. You have to go to your bank. Like, you have to change everything.
only costed a few bucks to have your name changed at the time. Interviews would reveal that the name translated to things like explosive good-looking salmon, salmon prince, meteor salmon king, or simply just
Meteor Salmon King is such a sick name.
salmon. I will say, meteor salmon king is fucking sick. Salmon's not bad.
That's an awesome name.
That's not a bad name. A few people decided to change their names to entire run-on sentences, like one that roughly translated to
Chen Redacted has a black dragon cannon and turned into Redacted on March 14th. 2021 is in a steady relationship with Redacted. Love you. You are my only love for the rest of my life. In this life, I want to eat salmon with you.
I will say
That was somebody's name?
that's pretty romantic. Also, you could just tell, what's your name? Ted. You know, well, my legal name is, that's a story. That's a conversation. Although, I want to see that guy's driver's license. People started eating hundreds of dollars worth of food, even coordinating in groups so they could eat morning to night. Many would simply eat the salmon and leave the rice underneath, resulting in piles of wasted rice scattered across tables. When celebrities go out to eat, it's not uncommon for their meals to be comps. Many so-called influencers believe they are on the same
Dude, I was just talking to Chris about this the other day. I think it's crazy how the more rich you get, the more free stuff is. Like, it's such a skewed system where it's like, if you have fame, like if you're Kim Kardashian and you go to a restaurant, they're not gonna charge you. What the fuck? To try and make a good impression, you'd be like, oh no, it's comped. Bro, you're a billionaire. I'd go, hey, there's a 30% surcharge. Sorry. Actually, yeah. Imagine you're LeBron James and you walk into a local Applebee's, sit down and get some food. You think you're paying for that shit? No. I think everybody in that whole fucking room's going, hey man, I'll give you my fucking kidney if you need it. You're a Knicks player and you walk into a restaurant in New York, you're not paying for anything.
Trying to get free food. Ever since being a social media influencer blew up, restaurants have been basically harassed by nobodies demanding free food. I have XRSL followers. Do you not know who I am? Aurora Griffo posted a TikTok shaming and slandering her local bakery, claiming that they used fake ingredients.
Oh my God, no, best example, somebody just said Messi and Ronaldo. I think Messi and Ronaldo could walk into a business establishment at any place. They could be packed, thousands of dollars average bill, no reservations, and they're going, oh, it's Messi, get him a table. I think there would be a couple that would go, I'll get up for you. Because he is like the most famous guy ever.
Response, the bakery owner posted their own TikTok showing Aurora in the DMs asking for a collab and free food. When the bakery rejected the request, she showed up and hit them with a negative review. In the same video, the owner went step by step through the baking.
Yeah, I'd be pissed, bro. I'm the waiter. You're sitting Messi down. Oh yeah, the business is gonna comp your bill. Tip me money. Give me $1,000. Mr. B sits down. Oh, we're gonna comp your bill. By the way, I subscribe. By the way, I do follow you on all platforms. Do you have a briefcase on you? Perhaps full of money?
Process and showed off all of their ingredients, completely dismantling all of Aurora's claims. While the bakery's business soared, Aurora's social media was flooded with hateful comments and backlash, and she eventually apologized, saying she was sorry for the fake ingredients comments and that she wasn't trying to seek revenge after being rejected. You lying bitch. Yeah, right. Alternatively, an old classic method of getting free meal is the tried and true art of dining and dashing, ladies and gentlemen. The less sophisticated people utilizing the classic tactic simply eat and make a rush for the door, making a scene that ends up getting them caught by the restaurant staff. One 34-year-old Brooklyn influencer by the name of Pei Chung, however, was able to steal all sorts of lavish meals. Pei would often post content online showing herself in designer clothing and eating at fine dining establishments. Despite her Instagram and personal blog boasting a very high-class lifestyle, it actually turned out that she was very often dine and dashing even after racking up bills that are hundreds and hundreds of dollars. When stopped by staff, she would try and pay with multiple credit cards only for them to be declined. She'd then offer social media posts or sexual favors as payment. She's been arrested a whopping—
What? You get fucking 4 cards declined? You'll go, I'll post you on social media. No, I'll have sex with you. Wow. What do you do if you get full decline like that? Isn't that illegal? Yeah, that would be prostitution. I feel like they would like have to have you work for them, or they'd call the police in some sense. There'd have to be a way where they'd work that out. Probably depends on the business.
7 times, usually after racking up wild bills at high-class establishments. It seems she had stopped posting since her most recent run-in with the law, as her social media presence disappeared soon after the most recent arrest. Which I will say, I feel like that's another thing people do is I think a lot of influencers will justify being like, well, I left, but I'm going to post about it and you guys are going to get tons of customers, so I don't see what the big deal is. It's just that thing. I think that's how also people are like, well, I'm actually not a bad person.
I will say, we 100% take credit for Red Lobster being successful.
Red Lobster coming back. I think that it wasn't all of us. It was their new CEO. He's a bad
new CEO. He knows what he's doing. They're bringing back the seafood boil, or not even bringing them back. They got seafood boils now, and they sell for a pretty penny, but I've heard that they're pretty fucking good, and they still got those cheddar biscuits.
I'll say, I like to think that we put out the good word. And also, people who missed Red Lobster Day this year, how dare you? I saw a lot of people on Instagram tag me that they went to Red Lobster on Red Lobster Day. Put it up here, please.
When was Red Lobster Day? It was April 30th? I missed it.
Go next year. It's really good. We even went. These food hacks are downright fucking insane. But
Conman faked having a heart attack in 20 restaurants to avoid paying the bill. Okay, but wouldn't they have to call an ambulance? Like, if you fake having a heart attack, how are you getting out? Okay, yeah, you don't pay the bill, but, like, now you got to pay for an ambulance. A Lithuanian man living in Spain scammed restaurants out of 30 to 70 euro bills.
Downright fucking insane. But some people are attracted to free stuff like moss to a flame, right? I mean, if I can get some free food, why not? That's what people think. While you might be able to get away with a free meal here and there, just know that each incredibly extreme attempt will ask you to further throw away your morals and potentially years of your life, right? Some prison or whatever. At the very least, maybe throw a tip to your waiter next time you ruin their day with a fake heart attack.
Dude, I don't think I would ever dine and dash. I think the only thing where I've ever taken food that I didn't pay for is, have you ever been to a grocery store and you have a case of water on the bottom? I've forgotten about that before. Where I pay for everything else, but I didn't scan the case of water, and then I've walked out. And I've gone, fuck. Like, on the way back, I'm going, I didn't pay for that. but it's like $6. And then how? Because you scan everything and then it's on the bottom, so you don't even think about it. Bro buys bottled water. Okay, I normally have my little Twitch jug of water, but you should always have bottled water just in case, you know? Never know. All right, next video.